Hello and welcome to the Virtual Care Basket. I'm Ayesha Hilton and I invite you to find out more at virtualcarebasket.com. I hope you enjoy this interview.
In some way to give them a calmness. So it was later on in my life when I was actually pretty much retired and thought, okay, this is good. I'm going to travel. I'm going to have a great time traveling around Australia in my caravan, and I've worked hard all my life and I'm going to really enjoy this. And I was enjoying it. Australia is an amazing place with so many beautiful parts to it. But all of a sudden I started to feel this loss of me, this loss inside me, not knowing who I actually was anymore. All my children had grown up, and all my grandchildren live all over Australia. So I felt that, there was just this, I was isolating myself within. I hope you can understand what I mean by that. So I decided that I needed to do something to change that. I didn't go to school for a long period of time, so to think about studying was just well out of my reach, as I thought. But it's something that I've enjoyed so much. And what I've really enjoyed more than anything is learning how we work and how our brain works. So even though I have not been doing this for all of my life, I've always been able to tap into my wisdom and be able to put people on the right path. So hopefully tonight you will get a lot of benefits out of the session that we have, and hopefully it's going to help a lot of other people. People say to me, this isn't normal. I just want it to be normal again. But, it is normal, even though this is such a big impact with the coronavirus at the moment. It is a big impact, but this is life. This is normal. Every day, something different comes up to test us and challenge us. So this is just another one. The biggest part about it is it's affecting the whole wide world. So we have to be that little bit stronger to get through this. So there's many, many people that have so many different fears, because it's like a ripple effect. It starts off with one person and then it just moves to other people, and it moves so quickly that it's hard for us to control that. So that's just a little bit about me and who I am. So I am a practitioner with this, and I work with people personally at home, and I also work online with people too and get really good results. So, but what I want to show you tonight, tapping not only works on trauma, it actually works on your day-to-day anxiety. So often people come to see me re-trauma, and we do a lot of work on that, and then they'll come back and they'll tell me about how different they feel every day. So what's happening to us at the moment is we're being triggered all the time with the media, books, papers, people talking. That's one of the biggest things. People showing you, being vulnerable, I guess, and talking about their fears is actually triggering us to lots of past worry and fears that we've had for a long, long, long time. So it's more an ongoing thing. So it's a bit more of a solid impact. Tapping, I'll explain a little bit about how it works. If someone had said to me a little while ago that I was going to be tapping with a couple of fingers on a few points in my head, I would have gone, yeah, rightio. I don't know so much about that. This stuff works. And the beauty part is it works quickly. It really works quickly. As one of my mentors says, though, it's like giving someone a toothbrush and saying you have to look after your dental health. If you don't use the toothbrush, you might as well just put it in a drawer and forget about it. You have to do it. You have to practice it. You have to notice when there's times in your life that you need to tap it out. So don't be like a toothbrush. use this tool, make it work for you. And there's different ways of tapping. You can tap with 2 fingers, you can tap with 1 finger. With the particular style of tapping that I'm going to show you tonight, it's a simplified way of tapping. So there's actually this particular one tonight, there's 5 points that I'm going to teach you. So it's easy. So you can do that wherever you are. You might feel a little bit funny being on a bus and just tapping along. It might feel a little bit crazy. So just imagine, when you get used to tapping, it's the feel of it that you will get used to. So and there's different ways that you can actually do it without people even being aware, like I'm doing it now, just tapping on my collarbone. That's easy. So, and that will release. So you'll notice with your collarbone, there's 2 little pointy bones there. And if you tap just below that, yeah, have I got a bit of an echo in there? There can't be 2 of me, surely.
I did. Everyone is muted. So it was something on the line, but everyone else is muted. But if at any time you've got any questions, you can unmute yourself. So there's a little button or a little toggle on the bottom left-hand side of the screen if you're on a computer, and I think it's down there too if you're on a phone. There's also a chat function. If you click that, you can, if you're shy or don't want to go and speak, you can go into the chat and I will respond to that as well. And I just encourage you, like, no one's on video except for you, Annette, and I, but if you would like to come on video, that would be lovely. But if not, we can't see what you're doing, but just follow along when Annette starts leading us through the instructions. And back to you, Annette.
Ayesha. Thank you. Yeah, so tapping on these meridian points is what gives us the relaxation, and it's a very, very quick form of breaking that connection from our mind to our body on what we're thinking, the fear that we're going through, the worry that we have, whatever it is. Once you start tapping, it's like acupuncture, but without any needles. So I was quite happy about that idea. I thought that was rather good. So just those few points above the eyebrow, side of the eye, under the eye, and the collarbone. Beautiful.
And I'm a two-hander tapper. Some people only use 1 hand, but I don't know, I'm just trained to do it with 2 hands. It just feels nice for me. So you can use 1 or 2, can't you?
You can. So 2 hands as well, and just feeling what that feels like. Beautiful. Awesome. So that's the tapping points. The main one, or I say the main one, I find this one is very, very valuable, where the meridians all line up here in the wrist. If you just give that just a little rub and a little squeeze there, and that's called our happy place or our peace place. And I'll explain that a little bit further for you. So that's how tapping works. When we start to think about certain things that worry us or our fears, our mind goes into overdrive. So with tapping, it calms it down in a much faster way. There's lots of things that people can learn that we can teach you about the amygdala, all the different parts of our brain and why it works. But tonight I just want to simplify it and keep it easy for you to be able to do it any time and not have to know the science behind it, but just know that it works for you. And that's the main thing. This is a wonderful tool that you can teach children as well. And it's starting to actually go into schools now, which is absolutely fantastic. And you can, with children, you keep your wording simpler and just make a game of it, and they will be getting benefit. Especially at night time, if you find that they're having a little bit of a nightmare and you go in, you don't actually have to tap. You can just move your fingers on that point and it does the same. And all you have to say to them, you're okay. Everything's okay. You're safe now. It's okay. And just your soothing words and working on those points will help that child to get back to sleep. Quite often the next day you'll say to them, oh, you had a bit of a bad nightmare last night. And they'll say, oh, no, I didn't. Because they've actually gone back to sleep and you've been able to clear it from them. So I've told you how to tap and why the tapping works. This place here is your what we call a happy place or peace place, and that's where we make a big change. In our life, we're always in a hypnotic state. Quite often we'll drive somewhere and get there and think, oh, what way did I come? And that's because we're just on automatic pilot, and we automatically do that. So when we get trauma or stress, we automatically go into where we know best, which is our fear area. So we become in a hypnotized state. So this just breaks that, and bringing it here, we change what we feel and what we see at that time. So I'll just explain that a little bit easier for you in a moment. I'm going to get you to practice it. But first of all, I am going to just light my little candle because I forgot to do that. Beautiful. Using this time at the moment to be of value to you, this time of isolation, use this time to do the things that you've put off doing for such a long time. Go online, look at online webinars. There's so much that you can do. One of the best things, though, is to write, to have a happy journal. And this particular one says, don't worry, be happy. To write down all the different things all your good memories, all the great places you go. The more that you put these into your day-to-day living, the more you start to think about them more so than the things that trouble you. So jot down all the things you're grateful for, all the affirmations you like. If you're reading a book and you think, oh, gee, wow, that's good, that's really made an impact, write it down in your book. These are such a jewel to have. And it's something, too, that later on, your kids will often pick up and have a look through. And it encourages them to be a bit more positive in how they're thinking and their life. Okay, so I'm going to explain to you this part, the peace part of our tapping. What I want you to do is to close your eyes, and I want you to take 3 big, deep breaths in. And I want you to bring that air into your stomach, and I want you to blow that air out so that you're releasing all the toxic air that's in your body. Just keep breathing out until you've released it. And then just do your second and third. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and out. And one more time. Breathing in and out. Keeping your eyes closed, I want you to go to a place in your mind that is a happy place for you. It may be a particular place that you go that gives you so much peace inside you. It may have been an event that you've been to. It could be time with your children or grandchildren, maybe the birth of your child. But just go there and just feel how good it feels to be there, and I want you to hear what you hear when you're there. So if perhaps you're on a beach, you might be hearing the birds or might be hearing laughter, the waves, whatever it is you hear. I want you to concentrate on whether there may be a smell there. Sometimes it can be a smell of some lovely, yummy food that you're going to have. It could be the nice, peaceful smells of the water. And like you can almost taste it. And I want you to imagine or see what you can see by just being there. Excellent. So take a big breath in, blow it out, and peace. Hold that wrist and just give it a little jiggle. Okay, has anybody got any questions about that so far?
I just feel very relaxed myself. I love my
Good.
happy place, and I think I need to go there more often now.
It really does help, and it really does work, because we all think differently. So if I was to say to you, let's go to the beach might be a place that you hate. You might not like the sand in your toes, or so by getting you to go to the place that's the best for you, I find is so much more beneficial. A lot of my clients go to Bali, and so Bali becomes a place for them where they can just really enjoy. Rose is saying on chat that she lives in her happy place, so that's rather special. She can be feeling that all the time. Thanks, Rose. That's awesome. Wonderful to hear. As I said before, we all think differently. We all imagine differently. We all operate differently. I'm going to just do a little exercise with you now before we get into the tapping. If you can close your eyes, and I want you to imagine a dog. Okay, I want you to look at the dog. I want you to imagine that dog. Okay, you can open your eyes now. Is it this dog?
Oh my goodness.
Is that the dog you saw?
That is not the
That's a
dog
big
I
heads up
saw.
Okay, so I wonder if you could unmute, and we'll just find out what dogs you actually imagined or what dogs you saw. We'll start with you, Ayesha. What did you see?
I saw just a little puppy dog, a cute little puppy dog.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
I didn't.
No particular breed.
I was just imagining a little puppy just trying to, jump on me and be cheerful. What about you, Rose?
Beautiful. What about you? Yeah.
I just imagined my sister-in-law's puppy, a Springer Spaniel puppy. He's black, he's brown and white. He's just gorgeous. And I saw him on the weekend, so that was the first time that came to mind. He's so
beautiful. Awesome. What about you, Natalie?
Black and white collie for me.
Okay. And your partner beside you there, what did you see?
Black lab.
A black lab. Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Anybody else want to speak up, Jan?
I saw a white, fluffy, Maltese Shih Tzu type dog. Yeah, really cute.
Okay, good.
Like,
good. And what about Robert? Is he there?
He's muted, and I don't want to unmute anyone because I know it's dinner time and some people might be not able to unmute. So Sandra and Robert, feel free to click the chat button and type in what you saw, or unmute. Oh, Robert's unmuted.
Hi,
welcome, Robert.
Here.
Hello.
Hi, Robert.
Just trying to figure out how to use the Zoom app.
You're doing well. You're unmuted and we can all hear you. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having us. I was imagining the dog that we used to have, and then the happiest dog in Bali that we met. Annette
Oh,
Prendergast.
Sounds cute.
that's gorgeous.
And Sandra's
So,
mic isn't working, but she imagined her pug Nigel, which sounds very cute.
Oh,
Pug
beautiful.
called Nigel.
Lovely. So by that, you can see that we all think differently. So how somebody reacts to something, we don't all react the same way. So we all see things differently, we all feel things differently. So we can never presume that the person next to us is feeling the same thing. But it's how we react to those feelings, or how we react to something that's maybe disappointed us, is to how we get on with our day. So we can make a choice to very easily change that around from the negative to the positive. And that's what we're doing with the mind when we go from talking about what our issue is into our peace place. Okay, so we're actually changing the way we react to things, change it around. Beautiful. What we have to remember is we're all in this together. And if we can be positive about having to isolate ourselves and use that time to benefit ourselves, we're not going to be so disappointed and lonely. And thank goodness for technology that we can all come on and support each other in a positive way. So, okay. What we're going to concentrate now on is a little bit of tapping. Is everybody up for that? Yep, beautiful. Okay.
I see virtual nodding out there.
Good. Really good.
We're ready.
Okay, so beautiful. Okay, so get yourselves comfortable. Okay. And
can I just ask, you know, when you say the tapping statement, do you want me to mute myself, or would it help to have me say it after you?
No, I think if we just say it once and then everybody can repeat that.
Yep. Excellent. All right. Well, I will mute myself and tap along.
Rightio. So starting up on our eyebrow point here, what I want you to do is I want you to concentrate on where you feel that anxiety or fear or whatever it is for you when you hear the news or whatever you know that triggers something in you. And I want you just to sit with that. It may be in your stomach, it could be in your chest, whatever it is. And I want you to say along with me, I release and let go of all of this fear, all of the anger, all of the resentment, and all the guilt. Side of the eye, I release and let go of the abandonment, of feeling alone, of feeling that I can't do what I want to do. I let it go. Under the eye, I release and let go of the grief, the way that things are different now. It's not like it was a little while ago. It's different now. I let it go. All the betrayal, all the anger, all the confusion, I let it go. On your collarbone, it's okay for me to release this and let it go. The ways that it affects me in my life, the ways that it affects me inside, I let it go now. I'm safe to let this go. Take a big breath in, blow it out, and hold your peace place and just give it a little jiggle and just sit with that feeling for a while, that happy place. Well done. Thank you. So I presume that you all felt where you have maybe a tightness or a tension in your body, where it all stems from. So I want you just to concentrate on that spot again and just notice what's changed for you when you go back in there. Notice where it bothers you and how it bothers you. Okay. And tap along with me. Now, as I'm tapping, you can tap on any of those points that you want to tap on. So you don't have to be worrying about looking at me at where I'm tapping. Everything's right. Nothing's wrong. So you can tap wherever you want to tap, okay? So that takes you can have a little bit of a holiday with that. So, okay, tapping along again, I release and let go of all the worry, all the ways I worry about everything, the worry that I see in other people's faces, the worry that I hear in their voices, all the ways I worry how long this is going to go for, worrying about my job. I let it go. All the ways the worry affects me, I release it and let it go. All the ways I worry that we may go into a recession, I let it go. Take a big breath in, blow it out, and peace. Well done. Ayesha's yawning her head off. If you find that you do start to yawn or burp or anything like that, that is actually a good release for you. So don't ever get worried about that. Just continue on with it. So it's nice when you do get and feel that release. So just concentrate again where you felt that issue, or just notice what bothers you and where it bothers you again, and just notice if it's lifted or changed a little bit. Good job. Okay, we'll tap along again. I release and let go of all the stress, the ways this virus has caused me stress, the ways it stresses other people, the stress to my family, all the stress. It's okay for me to let this go now. It's safe for me to see myself without any stress. And as I change this, my whole world changes. Take a big breath in. Blow it out. And go back to your happy place again. You may be feeling a good feeling now, might be in your heart, it might be in your head, could be in your tummy. Just enjoy that good feeling. And know that you can do this at any time that you start to feel that stress. Great. Okay. Beautiful. I hope you felt a change in that part of you. So we'll just do another round of tapping now. I release and let go all of the confusion, all the confusion that causes the fear that this will take a long time to go away. Nobody knows really how long it'll take, but I release all my confusion, all the ways I overthink, all the ways it's on my mind and I can't help talking about it all the time. I let it go. I release and let go of what I hear on the news. They're confused too, just like me. I let it go. doesn't serve me to be confused. Take a big breath in. Blow it out. And peace. And go back into that beautiful, beautiful place. Good job. Good job. Okay, I just want to maybe ask if anybody would like to share. You don't have to, but what the word isolation brings out in you, knowing that we have to pull back and be quiet in our home. Well, not actually be quiet in our homes. We need to have the radios on and be dancing around the lounge room, really. But how we need to pull back from other people at the moment. And it's very hard for lots of us extroverts who love to be around people to have to pull back in. So, Ayesha, what does it mean to you? The
isolation, the word doesn't bother me so much, and I work from home and have done for 14 years. So I'm, but I do go out for cuppers with my friends during the week normally. So that's off the table, but I haven't really gone through that yet. But because I'm running all these events, I feel actually quite connected. And I think the problem is the words that people are using, like pandemic, that just incites a lot of fear. But then social isolating, we're actually not necessarily socially isolating. We can still call our friends. We can still Facebook message them. So I think if we called it physically distancing each other, and then like the word lockdown is quite disturbing. And someone said, oh, I'm in home jail. And I'm like, I love my home. I've got a fabulous home. I'm quite happy to be here. And I know Rose probably loves her house too, because she lives in her happy place. So I think it's like being very careful for me about how I talk about what's going on, especially around my children as well, because I've got an 8-year-old and a 13-year-old, and my home is not a prison, but I think I'm more disturbed by other people's responses than my own. I'm quite calm. I'm quite good in a crisis for some reason. So, it's just, I think it's just, I know that a lot of people in my community in Ballarat, the extroverts are really finding it tough. I'm neither an extrovert or an introvert. I like my time alone and I like people as well. And Sandra is saying isolation makes her think of not getting access to things that she might need. And that's a really good point. And that's probably what's triggering a lot of buying behavior from people, because, especially like I've seen a few pets on the call, like people have animals or children. Like I'm quite happy I can go without for a little while, but I don't want to starve my new little kitten or my children. So that's my take on it. And I'd love to hear from some other people. Maybe Rose might like to contribute.
Thanks, Ayesha. Rose?
I'm actually, I'm a chronic overcommitter, and I've been saying for years, I just wish that I had somebody like a second me, an avatar, to sit around the house and read books, but I just seem to keep on filling up my time. So I don't want to say this too loudly, but I'm really excited at the fact that I now have enforced, like there is nowhere to go and nothing to do except to be at home. So I don't know whether I don't think I'm the only person that's like that. And
we were having a call today, Rose, and we were saying that this is a time to have a rest and do some stuff for yourself. And I think that, you're definitely not the only one. And I'm sure lots of us, we're quite active people in our communities, or we've got commitments with kids or pets or whatever. And it's like, this is time to take a breath.
Yeah. I mean, I am still working because I'm a nurse. So I have the best of both worlds.
Yes, and we need you.
Otherwise, I can just. I've got an excuse now to not plan anything, not go anywhere, do anything. And I think, on a global level, I think, or not so much global, but Western level, perhaps. This is a golden opportunity, and I hope that it provides some kind of impetus for change in people. it would be great
sure.
to see people actually going within and taking a breath and, you know.
Definitely. Thanks, Rose. That's awesome. Anybody else popped anything in the chat or?
There's nothing else in the chat, but if Natalie or Robert or Jan would care to share, we'd be interested to hear your thoughts.
For me, it is, I think, because I live alone, it is the feeling of being disconnected. That hasn't actually happened because I have been in contact with a lot of my friends, and I did an art class online today, and I have a new kitten too.
Yeah.
Who's very naughty. She's running around and jumping on the iPad as I'm trying to do my tapping. But yes, that's what I think, that it's the fear of being disconnected and unsupported and just having to deal with it all alone and by myself.
Yeah. What you said before, Jan, about, you know, you've been in touch with people, and I think for a lot of us, this is a golden opportunity to be able to contact people by phone, to ask them how they are and to have just a chat. How often do we say we don't have enough time to contact all the people that mean a lot to us? So I've actually set myself a goal that every day I ring 2 or 3 people. And it feels really good. And we don't talk necessarily about what's going on, but we talk about just life in general and what they've been doing. And it's just a lovely catch up. So that's another way of creating a good community with people.
And people
Yes,
feel
Natalie?
that they like to be, like I'm just saying, just seeing how you're going. Do you need anything? You know, like what, do you need any support? Like it's really nice to be able to take the opportunity to care for each other.
Oh, definitely. Yes, it's lovely.
Yeah. I've been saying that for actually quite a long time, that one of the things that I've noticed in recent years, and possibly it is because, you know, I have lived alone for quite a long time now, but it just seems that we have lost our sense of community. You know, people are just on their phones all the time, and you know, even I find when I'm even with, you know, some people that, you know, they're just totally distracted all the time. They're not actually present with you, you know, and they're so busy and overcommitted and everything else. Yes, we always mean to catch up with you, but we never do. So, yeah, I think that this is a great opportunity for us to reestablish a sense of community, where we realize that we actually do need each other.
We do. Thanks, Jan.
It's part of who we are as human beings.
That's great. Thank you. What about you, Natalie?
I feel sort of on both sides of the fence. I think that, you know, it's going to be a great time to recenter. You know, a lot of fear and anxiety of family not being able to get. So yeah.
Yeah, that does make a bit of a difference. Terrific. Thanks very much, everyone, for sharing their thoughts on that. In tapping too, not only is it very, very important to tap out the fears and the things that are affecting us at the moment, but it's also very important to tap in the beautiful things. And there are so many good things happening at the moment. Like when this first started, everyone was starting the panic, buying extra food, you know, not considering their fellow man at all. And that created a lot of anger and disappointment within us all. But it's slowly starting to change around now. And there's more kind people coming out of the woodwork, helping people, being considerate, stepping back and allowing those that don't have that commodity to have it before them, looking after the older person in the line and making sure that they get it. So I do believe too that this is going to be a beautiful turnaround for us. It's just a matter of getting ourselves through it without causing too much anxiety and stress while we're doing it. But there's always got to be a rainbow at the end of the line, always. Beautiful. So what I'd like to do now, because we've still got a little bit of time, is maybe tap in some good stuff, because that's just as important as tapping and releasing the things that bother us, but tapping in some good things. So everyone happy for that?
Sounds good.
Good.
Everyone's
Okay.
muted, but I'm sure they're nodding.
Beautiful. Okay. Rightio. So what we'll do now is we'll go back and we'll close our eyes and we'll go ready to tap along. Okay. Tapping on whatever point that you want to tap on. As I release and let go all of the fears that hold me back, I can feel a safety within me, knowing that everything is going to be okay. Knowing that how I react to things in a better way also helps those people around me. How I can teach other people to feel safe. How I can put myself out there more to be a community leader for people. How I can learn from this to better myself. How I can take the time to relax and rest. I release and let go of all that doesn't serve me. And I welcome in all the good. Take a big breath in. Blow it out. And peace. And just sit in that beautiful space for a minute and just imagine yourself feeling so content and happy. Not a care in the world. Feel that releasing all those little parts inside you. And just enjoy. Beautiful. Okay, I know that you wanted to stay there, but I can't leave you there all the time. You have to come back to reality occasionally. Sorry about that. Okay, just another little couple of rounds now, just on positive. Okay, as I notice this good feeling inside me, I appreciate how good it is to feel well. Knowing that I know how to look after my body and my immunity. Knowing that everything is going to be okay. Knowing that I can support other people. And I understand that even my faults have beauty within them. All the ways that I know that I'm strong enough to get through this. All the ways I look forward to everything being normal, wonderful, better. I am open and ready to receive great financial abundance, to receive love, better health, and exciting new wonderful things. I'm happy to bring them into my life, bigger than I can ever imagine. I am so ready for this wonderful change. Big breath in and blow it out. And peace. And just sit in that feeling for a moment. Feeling everything release inside you. How your shoulders start to just release that tension. Beautiful. Good job. Excellent. So how does everyone feel after this short little...
Unmute, so I'll say I feel really relaxed. I don't know why I was yawning heaps. I'm not tired or anything, but I do feel that releasing. And even though I'm not particularly stressed, like I'm staying calm and I'm managing myself pretty well, the anxiety and fear that is natural in this circumstance, I think I was still holding on without even knowing, like holding on to some stress. So now I feel like a bit sleepy and relaxed. So I'd love to know how everyone else is feeling. Sandra feels more centered, which is lovely.
Beautiful.
Natalie's unmuted.
How do you feel, Natalie?
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good.
Your face
Good.
even looks more relaxed, Natalie, than when you first joined. And I don't know if it was just the technology as well, but yeah, you seem you look very radiant.
Oh, thank you.
And how did you go?
More relaxed. Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, I
Good.
wasn't really that stressed, but yeah, I feel relaxed.
Good. Good. That's wonderful. Wonderful. And somebody else put on chat, I think. Did they? Rose put on chat.
Yeah. So she said she feels lovely, really great to center and focus on good feelings. And she had to go, so apologies for that. And Jan is feeling relaxed. Her jaw, which was tight, is now loose, which is good.
Beautiful.
I know, you don't realize how much tension you can be carrying. Now I see Robert is unmuted. We'd love to hear from you, Robert.
Yeah, it's certainly been good to go through all of this and remember how to relax and find the happy place again. Hopefully we won't need to use these things very often in the future.
Well, I find with tapping is that you can use it for anything, not just global pandemics. But right now we need extra tapping. So yeah, hopefully this will all resolve soon and people will be safe and healthy and back to a new normal, another new normal.
Another new normal. Yeah, that'd be wonderful, wouldn't it? But yeah, please use this tool as often as or when anything crops up, use that tool. If you sometimes we don't even know what it is that's making us feel not quite so grounded and centered inside. It can be just a feeling, just something takes over us. So when you feel that, just tap and just go into your happy place and teach everyone to do the same thing, because that keeps us in the now, and that's what's really important. A lot of our worry that we have at the moment is what's going to happen in the future, how long it's going to last, and so on, and we don't know that. So staying grounded and centered and in the now is really, really important for us, so to keep our emotional health healthy. Okay, so I hope this has helped you a lot with what you've wanted to go. Hi there.
Hello, Robert, and
hi, Paula.
Paula,
Beautiful
welcome.
to see everyone. It's beautiful to see everyone come on, and also to support me. I thank you greatly. I had to do quite a lot of tapping before I came on here tonight, because it always is a little bit scary to put yourself out there, and I'm so used to doing this in a smaller area, like a one-on-one. However, in saying that, I used to work with lots of big groups once before, but over the time our confidence changes. So it's been a big thing for me today, and I'm hopeful that I'll be doing this again. the other thing that I'm going to share with you, when I actually put it on my public profile today, that was a huge step for me, because I have a lot of mentors on my profile, and I do things a little bit differently to everyone else. And yeah, when I was growing up, I had to be a good girl, always had to be a good girl, do the right thing. And as I've got older, I sometimes I love breaking the rules, really. But then when it comes to my mentors coming on and seeing, I go, oh, shit. Oops, I probably shouldn't have said that, but anyway. And so it was really scary for me to put that out there. And of course, my family, they all love the fact that I'm doing something, but some of them really don't want to know what it's about. So, yeah, I've actually taken off the blindfold and stepped out into the open. So tapping was very, very handy for me today. So use that too. If you've got something coming up that is scary for you, tap it out. Tap on those feelings and the emotions of why you're feeling that way. Just ask yourself, it's okay to talk to yourself in this situation, all right? And just concentrate on what it is and where it is and tap it out. This is such a wonderful, wonderful tool. So I can't thank you enough for coming on and being part of this tonight. And I hope that you use this and teach a few other people. And if we have it again, hope to see you guys. So
I just want to say thank you to everyone for coming. I'm just going to just change a setting. Yeah, thank you everyone for coming. I'm Ayesha Hilton. I've set up the virtual care basket. So if you want to know what other sessions are coming up now that you've got onto Zoom, you're welcome to join us for other sessions. We have laughter yoga tomorrow afternoon with Lisa, Laughter Lisa, and we've got lots of other things coming up. And I have more things to add. People are just volunteering to do more sessions, so please join us. And if those of you who don't know Annette, you can go to AnnettePrendergast.com. I've put the link in the chat for the virtual care basket as well, which is virtualcarebasket.com. And Annette, I just really want to acknowledge you for sharing the event on your personal profile, because I think this is how the people that have shown up heard about it. And if you hadn't have been brave, might have just been you and me. So thank you.
yeah, wow.
So it was worth the risk. And yeah, keep on tapping everyone and take care. And if anyone wants to say anything before we go, this is your opportunity. But there's nothing.
Thank you very much, Annette, for your time and for stepping out and putting your neck out to do this. It's been great.
Thanks, Annette.
Thanks,
thanks,
Robert.
Annette.
Thanks, Paula.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you all for coming on, and thank you all for coming on, and keep tapping, guys. Keep it up. Okay. Catch you all soon. See you later. Bye.
Bye.
Hi, this is Ayesha again. I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to subscribe and to check out the website virtualcarebasket.com. You can also find out more about me at ayeshahilton.com. Have a fabulous day.